And welcome back. We sure hope that you are enjoying this Hangout Furahi Day. It only happens on K24. I'm telling you, we've got quite the show lined up for you. And of course, the man on the decks is DJ Joe Mfalme. We sure hope... And of course, you have to trust Mbuvi to always back me up on that one. Mbuvi, you're not even waiting for me to introduce you. Okay, DJ Joe Mfalme.
Yeah.
Hey.
End of the intro right there.
Noma Sana.
Noma Sana, your DJ's favorite DJ, who's also your grandmother's favorite DJ to the DJ of the DJ.
By the way, I actually asked a couple of DJs, who is this mystery man, by the way, who voices all, you know, all DJs, I don't know, whatever, imaging and stuff like that. And he said, oh, some guy from the States, he only charges 10K. So that's why you've got like every DJ has the same VO doing the same thing.
You know, the funny thing is, even DJs in shags.
Yes.
Unasikianga DJ Wakashoto, your favorite DJ's DJ. I'm like, really? I just knew things were why.
Wakashoto.
I knew things were when I had the guy saying Chapa Ilale.
Oh yes.
What? Who's this guy? That's the end.
There's one he said,
Washa kama msuma. I was like, no, I'm done. Nilishuka yo mat. Nilikuwa kwa matatu but then nikashuka. I was like, what I know.
You have to give him mad respect because any name that's given to him, any line that you throw at him, he's able to do it. So whoever you are, big up. You are well known in the 254. I think, Jeff, you need to do an up close on that guy via Skype.
I shall look for him. He's actually called Pat Garrett.
Is he?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Okay, so
I shall look for Mr. Pat.
Okay.
Yes.
So, let's start off with our first story, gentlemen, shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Kirima village in Timborora, Baringo County is in shock after a man scaled up a high voltage electricity pole attempting to commit suicide. The suspect, identified as Ndongo, was reportedly angry after his attempt to find a soulmate bore no fruit, prompting him to threaten to take his own life. As you can see, there's a video currently playing. Witnesses said the incident happened around Timborora Forest on Nakuru Eldoret Highway. It is also reported that Ndongo complained about his inability to feed himself, and his frustration was due to financial distress. Now, despite pleas from village mates, the 35-year-old remains stationary on the power line, as you can see. Wow, guys, I don't know if you saw the news last night, but this guy, talk about frustration. By the time you're going to scale up an electricity pole.
Right. You know, there's a time I was really broke.
Yeah.
Like absolutely flat out broke. And I remember I had to sell stuff in my house.
Yeah.
I sold my laptop. I sold a table, the wall unit. I remember I sold my carpet.
What?
I sold my jiko. That is the, what is it called? The cooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 4-burner.
Yeah.
Diffuser. Because shiko inafikanga mali unasota kama wanaume. I even sold my phone and settled for a mulika mwizi.
What?
Any ilifika hapo. Money wasn't coming through. Things were not just working out. So I can imagine for this guy, probably he got to the point where I got to and beyond. Probably he sold everything in his house. I don't know what he has, but ukiona mtu amefika mahali anasema mimi ndio kujimada, jua manzeni kubaya.
The interesting thing is, someone actually told me, as we were discussing this story prior to getting on air, Jeff, that by the way, by the time this guy came down from the pole, apparently there were throngs of women ready to marry him. So you're wondering, what is this issue that you're talking about, that you didn't find love, you couldn't find a soulmate, and you decided you want to kill yourself. Anyway, but the pressure is heavier on men.
Yeah. And you know, you look at the fact that even when he was talking about it once he came down from the electricity pole, the fact that even back at home, his mother was saying that you have a problem, by the way, that's why you don't have a job, you don't have a wife as well. And you can imagine when you're trying to go to the one place where you'll get solace, because out there things can be rough, things can be tricky, you know. When you're trying to go home and just relax and, you know, recalibrate and decide where you like go and attack this next day from, and your own mother is telling you such a thing.
Yeah.
Because, you know, moms will take, as in, there's no limit to what they'll take from you. You know, they heard that you went and stole. She'll still come and claim you and say that you didn't do it. By the time your mother is telling you, kona shida. I mean, any guy would go to this particular level, man.
Yeah.
Right.
And before we move on to the next story, as far as, you know, love is concerned in matters of the heart, Hizo vitu za uongo. Unajua kuna watu wanavaningi manzi ati there are throngs of women. And actually even people say that, you guys as celebs, your TV personalities and radio personalities, you have throngs and throngs of women throwing themselves at you. But boss, finding true love is a problem.
That's
true. Me, I remember when I was dumped. Do you know there are days I used to like pass out in the house, not because that I'm high or anything, but because my body can't take it. The emotions are flowing, you can't take it. You just blaky. Things are thick, my friend.
And then also quantity over quality. Just because there's throngs of women down there. How many women over there are actually women you want to take as a wife?
Good question.
Because like we live here every single day, and when you talk, because there are throngs of women waiting for movie. Every single time to talk up kwa building.
And to talk pamoja. But quality again over quantity.
Yes,
so, hapo iko shida. Because kuna wengine mnakujanga hapa chini kutungoja hapa hivi DSM place, lakini kuna vile my friend bado hatuwezi. Sijui nasema nini lakini hatuwezi. Kuna mboga haitoshi.
Let me tell you, just show up and then we'll see what movie will say from there. I dare you ladies, come through. You come. Just say Shiko alisema. Now, there is, unfortunately, a wave of sadness across the music industry and the country at large as the man behind Gor Mahia's FC's team anthem, veteran Rumba musician Juma Toto, is dead at the age of 70. Toto died in ICU just moments after undergoing a head surgery. Gor Mahia's FC's team anthem became an instant hit in Kenya thanks to the massive airplay it received on the then VOK. Following his death, several musicians, celebrities, and Kenyans in general took to different platforms to celebrate him for his contribution to music. Gentlemen, did you guys know that this gentleman, Toto, was actually the lead pianist at the Stanley Hotel, I think between 1980 to 1985.
Wow.
Like, he's been at it from the 60s.
Right.
And he was quite the thing. 60s and the 70s, getting gigs across different hotels. So as we speak, he's definitely one of the remaining veteran musicians that we have in Kenya. Buvi, let me start off with you on what you have to say in regards to Toto's passing.
I obviously know the Gor Mahia anthem very well. I can't sing it, unfortunately, because nonanga wanyonimba ile nguvu anatumianga you guy. It's too much energy. But I mean, the song itself tells you the kind of person that this person was. Energetic, enthusiastic. I mean, for us to lose such a person, obviously, I mean, it's a sad thing to his family, to his fans, and I'm sure also to Gor Mahia, because every time you sing that song, obviously, the one person you remember is Juma Toto. So, unfortunate events happen to good people, but we give thanks to the Lord for the few years or the many years we had him, and of course, celebrating in his talent.
Absolutely. Jeff?
For me, when it comes to such individuals, I just love the fact that even with his passing on, we'll always remember Juma because of what he left behind. You know, when you look at the Kogalo legion of fans, that anthem will always remain, you know, right at the top. And because of that, we shall never forget Juma. Also, quite a versatile artist when you think about it. I didn't know he was the lead pianist at the Stanley. So you can imagine, only as in he knew classical music, could actually go to the other side and make an anthem for a club like Gor Mahia. Clearly a talent beyond and all fronts. He rests in peace, wishing his family condolences, of course, as they go through this as well. Yeah,
and you know, if you hear that song, it's so nice and mellow, and it just goes down well, by the way, when you listen to that anthem. I absolutely love it. It was quite a classic, or is still a classic, if you ask me. And of course, in regards to Toto's passing, let's see what you have to say on our social media platforms. Real quick, at Josh Oluga goes on to say his songs like Sele O, Sele FC, Gor Mahia, praising Gor players really rocked the party. May he rest in peace. Asante sana for that, Josh Oluga. Let's see if we do have another one real quick. At Tom Juma goes on to say, R.I.P. Rumba Maestro, we will miss your music. Asante sana for that. Yes, indeed. Dr. Oyugi Wan goes on to say, my condolences to the Rumba family, R.I.P. And thank you so much for that. Now, this story is pretty hard to believe. An Embu-based waitress has become the talk of the internet after restoring hope in humanity with an unbelievable act of kindness. She is applauded for returning 60,000 Kenya shillings, which she supposedly picked at the hotel she works at. Now, the 60K in a purse belonged to one Esther Mbabu, who is a tutor who works at the Meru Teachers College, who was surprised to have received it back courtesy of an ethical waitress. Following her noble act, the 23-year-old known as Karendi is already in line for promotion, a clear indication that one good deed deserves another. Jeff, ukipata 60K to Mali, huh? Even hapa tu kwa studio, chances are I know either it will be less.
It won't be less. It will all be gone. It won't be at all, because if in the morning, as I was coming to work, I was praying for a miracle for 60,000.
Right.
Nikuja nipate 60,000 hapa kwa saka.
Right.
See, God has answered my prayer.
Kwanza, you know,
why should I doubt the God?
Let me tell you something, Shiko. You see, Jeff, every single morning, you know, he deals with Waheshimiwas, members of parliament and so on and so forth. Big people, big names in the industry, guys who probably earn 10 million a month, right?
Oh, okay.
Waheshimiwas, we know they earn about 2 million a month. Then Mheshimiwa amekuja hapa amedrop ka 60K. Boss, hata mimi navuka nayo. Those are my taxes, my friend.
In safekeeping.
Yeah, because nimrudishio 60K, alafu kesho tusikeo ako kwa mail scandal ya sijui 4.1 billion. Boss, 60K mimi navuka nayo.
Let me tell you, if Soko obviously dropped 60K, he probably wouldn't notice at all.
Actually, I think for him, he will waste time to bend over and pick it up. So he might as well just leave it there. So pia mimi, ati Sonko amekuja hapa hivi, ati up close, Osjuni newspaper review, ameangusha 60K. Mimi nimrudishie. And
we all know Sonko doesn't have a wallet. Miss Jaimo nakitoa pesa kutoka Walenje.
It's like
stacks. Stacks na rubber band. Stacks.
Ameangusha kistack hapa. Tunavuka na bank.
Fresh out of course, the bank,
Yeah, but for this lady, that was obviously noble, because you're in a hotel, people come there to do business, people come there to enjoy themselves. And it will be an unfortunate event if I come to your establishment and I lose that amount of money, because for someone to be carrying 60,000 in cash, you see pesa tumebeba tu ati ya kwenda kuspend ati you know, drinks na mayengs. Hii ndio umebeba ya kufanya a specific transaction. So honestly, I would return it as well.
And you know, for a teacher, you can imagine, even with what we see on
that's
the news,
that's a lot.
I mean, that is a lot of money, even for your average Kenya. That is quite a bit of cash. So I'm sure when she was making her way back to the hotel, she must have been panicking. Because she can't believe I have just lost 60 G's in cash.
Now that I hear that this teacher is being overwhelmed with marriage proposals.
Really?
That is a story that's going on now. Guys,
the waitress.
If she can return 60,000, nataka kuoa huyu mwanamuke. So just a note out there for all of these ladies who are looking for husbands. Return the 60,000.
Right.
Have you just done a classified for this chick?
Let me tell you something. Shiko, and this goes out to chicks like you. I'm not saying you specifically, but you and your madams, your youngings, your ladies, your friends, your girls club.
Okay.
Unajua madam wa Nairobi, unfortunately, dem anakupiganga simu ile akimbuvi, akinisaidia na 5K, I promise you Monday nitakurudishia. Unapatia hiyo dem hiyo 5K. Hiyo mando nangojanga hiyo simu upigiwe haipigwi.
But it's her fault. Who told her to say that she was going to give it back? She shouldn't have said anything.
But
that's what the mistake is.
Umenda mbali sana.
Right.
Let me rewind you to a day like this last week.
Okay.
What?
Shiko kaniambia, Aki, I don't have cash. Just send this guy some chums. I'll send it back to you.
Yes.
She was pretending conveniently. She remembered yesterday.
This is
a
lie.
Imagine you gonna pesa zako. And not that she'll pay you. Imagine I have your money. That was the end of the text.
It's like she's reminding you. Imagine I have. Imagine I have. Ndakulipa kesho.
So Shiko,
for that, Jeff, I'm not even giving you that cash. What I can.
Return the 60,000, Shiko. Moral of the story.
You can snitch all you want, talk about me on national television. It ain't coming back.
Even the chicks who are watching me right now and they're my friends. Me, anytime you borrow me money, just know I'm not giving you. As in Jua too. Call me stingy. I am not giving you.
Can we check out our video of the day, please? Okay, before we do that, let's take a look at your feedback concerning this noble act. Of course, when we're saying it is just too good to be true, can you believe that? At Ezekiel Kiana goes on to say it is very amazing to find such type of people in this time, or rather this day and age, and the current economic status. Yeah, see what tukashiko walon. The ones who forget they owe you money. And Rubo Kelly goes on to say, so nice of the young lady. I hope she never changes and hopefully she gets a better job. Yes, she's actually up for promotion. At Albert Shitaka goes on to say, may the Lord bless you abundantly. Eva Karendi, you are a heroine. Okay, asante sana for that. So over to our video of the day. Let's take a look. This is a very interesting household. Okay, you're busy trying to do your lunges, and there, here comes your pet.
Yeah. This is what I call solidarity. From the young kid right there who's trying to do their lunges, the guy doing his lunges, the pet, the dog is in this as well.
Yes.
That's why they're called man's best friend.
You know,
you'd never get another pet to do that.
It's true.
Never.
Ata paka is fanyivo. The only other animal that can do that is a monkey. Yeah. But you know, this video reminds me of last night. I was hanging out with my daughter, and she started just making funny sounds. Like she was like, then I started telling her, you know, she looked at me like this and she did back, and I was like, wait, what? What?
That's so cute.
I'm like, you're only like 70 days old. What are you doing? Wait.
Monkey see, monkey do. I mean, they definitely mirror everything that you will do. I mean, even for me, because I'm constantly smiling and laughing.
Exactly.
So my son is just like that. He's
like, and then I lingered her because I was watching TV at one point. So I lingered her. I was on my phone. She started hitting me like this. Of course, I ignored. Kidogo akanishika shati hivi akaanza kunivuta. I'm like, aya, wewe mashati. Imagine. And I was like, sikununulia diapers hizi.
Now look what you're teaching her.
Uko na mchezo mingi sana.
All right, so continue to interact with us, of course, on our social media platforms at K24 TV, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, if you have enjoyed our stories of the day. That being said, we always like to give you a heads up about some of the gigs happening around town. Here is our events guide. Welcome to E-Weekly with me, Shiko Kaitani, where we give you an update or a heads up on some of the coolest gigs happening around town this weekend. Tonight, for those of you who are single and searching for love, Bijou Dates, a speed dating event, comes your way Friday the 13th, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Emery Hotel in Kileleshwa. You get to meet as many people as you want for 8 minutes each. And if you make a connection, well, the hotel will hook you up immediately. If you are a content developer, blogger, influencer, or just simply interested in the digital space, well, listen to this. The free Google Digital Skills Training is taking place Saturday the 15th of September from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. All participants receive a certificate. And if that's not all, Trevo Safaris are organizing a lunch on and nature walk. It's happening at Rolf's Place, Ongata Rongai, Kajiado County from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Spare My Ribs, a stand-up comedy special hosted by the one and Jason Runo, is back this Sunday the 15th of September from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. If you do know of any events happening